when Fred was here. My first big interview, I had Ali Sadiq, and he did the podcast that day. And when I told him I was a comic, he asked me to get on stage. He was like, all right, do a guest spot. And that was my first time doing a spot here in 2021. Fred was having his workshop thing, and because he had never seen me before.
Right.
He was like, who is this kid? Blah, blah, blah. Ali was the one who did that. So I had to go do the workshop and perform my set in front of Fred that day and out in front of everybody else. And that was my first time seeing all of them. And he was like, he was giving me notes and stuff. He's like, yeah, you could do this, you could do that, blah, 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 blah. And then, so that's kind of what started everything.
How'd it feel?
But, how the,
just
doing it in front of the workshop?
Yeah.
Mad awkward.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of old white people.
Yeah.
And nobody, I never met none of them before. I didn't know who Fred was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know the Comedy Zone existed when I was here growing up.
Right.
Like I wasn't a comedian at all. I was watching it on TV, but I didn't know we had this.
Right. You look like you skateboard when you.
You know what? I did.
I know. He got that skateboard look.
I was definitely trying to do a little.
He built like a wind sail.
I made a whole new Facebook, right? And my old Facebook profile, my profile picture is still me trying to skateboard in the picture, like in the middle.
Skater
of the
Brown.
His,
I was wearing Vans.
Yeah, exactly. His screen name was Push Kick.
Hey, Lupe. That was my dog, yeah. That was my theme song.
Skateboard. That's why he's your dog.
Oh, man.
Funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Writer's Block Podcast. All right, let me go ahead and get a round of applause going because we got some special guests in the building. Look at that, sir. All right. We got pretty much over 28 years in the comedy game and over 25 years in the comedy game. We got comedian Shaun Jones one time in the building. Round of applause. They're going crazy out there.
Is that what
and we got my man Tai Griffin in the building. One more time, round of applause. Shout out to everybody listening in his cars. All right, shout out to the Comedy Zone, the home team, the home club for letting us get this going.
That's right.
These two gentlemen are here this weekend, funny ass gentlemen, along with Ambur, who hopefully will be joining us real soon.
Amber's on her way.
All right, cool. So, gentlemen, how are y'all feeling about the weekend? All right, we've been here.
It's been a great weekend so far, man. It's been as usual, man. I've been working this club over 20 years.
Really?
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, so I like what they've done to it since I started working here. Absolutely nothing. This motherfucker looked like this when I started. I feel like I never left. I feel like I never left.
It's a traditional vibe. Right. Now we got new carpet now. You see, look at the carpet.
They did paint the walls because it used to be pictures on the and a big. I think it was a mirror. I think it was something. Yeah. But everything else, the brick on the inside was still here.
Yeah. I was crazy that I don't know. I grew up in Jacksonville, so I didn't know this was over here at all. And then now I be here every single week, and I'm like, dang, this is kind of a crazy place.
Right.
That's how. Yeah.
You should hang out.
Yeah. And he still skateboards here. He still skateboards.
That's like you skateboard outside.
Right. How you skateboard with asthma?
Yo, relax, man. Okay. All right. Asthma is a common thing.
Yo, these two.
What's up?
Here we go.
These two were comparing inhalers. He was like, yo.
That's how we bond.
He said, yo, you got asthma? He said, how you know? He said, yo, I got the same inhaler. I'm like, y'all act like these are the new Nike inhalers and shit. Yo, you got them new 270 inhalers?
All we need is one big celebrity to endorse these. And then we can call it like
trust me, ain't gonna happen.
The Yeezys.
You might want to go
the
with
Weezys. We
the
had the Weezys.
Weezys.
Lil Wayne.
Nah, you can get Lavelle Crawford.
The Weezys.
Lil Wayne. Come on, we got the Weezy sponsored inhalers now. Sean had me. Y'all know on the podcast, I'm not a drinker. Sean gave me he let me taste some drink last night, and he said it was Lil Wayne's drink. That's the only reason I drunk it. By the way, I don't drink it, but he said it's a Lil Wayne drink.
Did you talk like
so
Lil
I had
Wayne
a little sip. Yo, you didn't see me stumbling out of the green room. I was like, we got it.
And you only had a sip.
Right. You had a communion cup. You had an inhalant amount. You should put it in your inhaler and spray it in your mouth.
You had a baby shot glass.
I was sauced. Yeah, it was real good though. Shout out to Wazy. But gentlemen, first of all, This was my first time getting to see y'all actually work the stage. Shaun, I saw you. I saw your joke, your clip about your kids' school, man. I laughed about 10 minutes, man. It's terrible. I watch stand up while I'm driving to work, so I'm in the car.
Good driver you are. He said,
Right.
I watch stand up
While I'm driving to work.
I know my route.
on a skateboard.
I know my route. I'm dedicated.
On a skateboard.
Talk about
Kick,
distraction.
push, play. Kick, push, play. No, I'm sorry.
Skateboard got an engine on it. Yeah, we upgraded. But yeah, man, and I thought that was hilarious. And then I saw you come out on stage and absolutely rip immediately. First from like I'm talking. People were laughing.
Start to finish,
funny, ridiculous. I'm talking like 6 laughs. It was crazy.
Thanks, man.
Well, first of all, amazing work. Salute
Thank
to
you,
you, sir.
That shows a comedy. That shows a comedy student.
The last per minute.
The last per minute. That shows a comedy student.
Man, it was
Kudos
great.
to you,
I'm
bro.
listening. I was watching every show, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is great. You just don't turn it off. How? 28 years in the game. What were you like before you became this?
Believe it or not, like off stage, I mean, I'm not that same person. It's definitely an alter ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Turn
To
the
a certain
microphones up.
degree.
These inconsiderate niggas.
Yeah, right.
But they just took a gun class, so I'm
Right.
gonna be low. I'm
So
gonna
they
lower my
feel tough.
voice.
Right. They feel empowered.
Some of them already got it in the car. They just needed the
your
license.
background check didn't clear yet, so you're not threatening
Yeah,
yet.
they got the gun first. They just had to get the license right
is that
now.
what
That's
it
why
is?
that's in the car.
But
go ahead.
But nah, it's I just, I don't know what it is. It's something that I don't have control over. I automatically, when I touch that mic, it's just a certain energy that comes with it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big energy person. I live and breathe off of energy from people to, just my surroundings.
Yeah.
But basically, it's hard to even talk with them over there.
Yeah,
I got an unregistered gun,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I got the headphones on.
Right,
They're
right.
not that bad in the
Right.
headphones,
Oh, okay.
but y'all can hear them too.
Right.
It's all right.
But no, it's just like it's something, man. It just kicks in. The thing that people try to get me to explain my really. That's really like they really inconsiderate. But no, when I'm up there, man, I mean, you ever seen like what is it, the ticker? Like, you ever see like the inside when they show like the inside of the computer when all these numbers are running?
Oh,
and
like
all
the
that,
0 1s
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the way my brain
Like
is
the
while I'm on
Matrix.
stage.
With stand-up?
Like Matrix.
That's
when I'm
wild.
on stage, that's when my brain is going. That's what's happening.
You were pointing out stuff that I like I don't even know how you were getting to the conclusions, man. Me and we were even talking with the dude with the mannequin. When you had the stick, man.
Right.
Like you just see stuff that's not.
It's bizarre. My thought process is just bizarre, and I honestly can't explain it. It stems back, and I was telling Ty about this weekend where it's just like I go left.
Yeah.
And it happened like way back in high school, the first time I felt, that I told a joke.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke. I had no, I wasn't trying to be funny, but the thought process was just weird. It was I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I went to St. Anthony's number one school.
Are you Catholic today?
Nah.
Okay.
Far from it.
It was just my mother was a school teacher, so of course they want you to have the better education.
Okay.
So I went to St. Anthony's, which at that time was the number one school in the nation. I don't know if you're familiar with basketball, the Bob Hurleys.
Not at all, but
skateboard,
motherfucker. You named
skateboard.
Tony Hawk. I know Tony Hawk.
Hawk.
I had Skate 4.
Right.
I had the PS2.
Right.
That was my era. That was my era entering.
But so we were in class. But basically in this school we had sex ed.
Yeah.
And with the sex ed, we had a priest to teach us sex ed.
Yeah.
And I always say, what better person to teach you about sex than the person who vowed, yo. What better person to vow to teach you about sex than somebody who vowed not to have sex?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Do you think it's fine? What?
He trying to be funny now? I think he's trying to be funny.
They see it.
Yeah, they really trying to be funny. I'm sorry. I'll take over the show. So in this particular class, this ain't gonna show up well on. You're gonna have to edit all this shit.
Yeah, probably.
I just finished watching
so.
Scarface too.
Right.
Upstairs.
Right. So we're in sex ed. Brother Ralph was teaching sex ed, and at the time was considered to be the baddest girl in our class. she raised her hand and she said, "I have a question." And so basically her question was, she said, "Brother Ralph, if you're giving a guy oral sex and he ejaculates in your mouth, can you get pregnant?"
Oh wow,
that was the question. That was a legitimate question. If you
in school,
at that point we found in high school, and we found at that point that she was a freak.
Hey, shout out to her.
Right, we know she's a swallower. So she was like, if you're giving the guy oral sex and he ejaculates in your mouth, can you get pregnant? I was writing something in my notepad, never looked up. I was like, nah, you'll just have baby teeth.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty funny.
The whole class erupted.
That's funny.
And even Brother Ralph looked at me. He scolded me. He was like, "Shaun."
Yeah.
And he couldn't even. He turned his back, and you could just see his shoulders
shaking, laughing.
He turned around. He had tears in his eyes. He was laughing so hard, and I guess at that point, that's when I knew that something wrong with me.
Yeah.
I think differently. I think if I see something that, if you give people one thing to focus on, if you give 10 people one thing to focus on, there's going to be a chance that a lot of people are going to come to the same conclusion about that particular thing that you're asking them to focus on. Mine seems to be a little bit, I'm focused, but I'm going to try to just go off to the right.
A different perspective of it.
Right. And it's just like, and it just comes to me. You know what I mean? And I was explaining to another friend of mine, sometimes I'll give objects a person's persona, and I give people objects persona. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm following.
You kind of try to give it something different.
That's interesting. I've never heard anybody say that before.
And it kind of opens up your creativity a little bit. You know what I mean? So,
thinking outside the box.
Yeah, you think outside the box.
Yeah.
Think about what's the most, if you're looking at something, where could I go that is so, like, the thing is, we tend to just take what is right in front of us. But if you dig deeper, you realize that you
figure out another way to go about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just different stuff. Like, just for instance, a good friend of mine, he had a joke about riding on the airline. I said, dude, you got to go further with this joke. Like, and it was basically like, sitting in first class. He was like, man, I sitting in Stan Shelby, which is a good friend of mine. He's like, I'm sitting in first class, and the flight attendant came over and said, "Sir, you're not supposed to be in first class." Yeah, and I said, you got to go further. And it's a funny joke. Now he's like, you're not even on this flight, so it's not even a plane ticket. This is a bus ticket.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It was just and he was like,
keep going, like with the
keep tagging on to it.
But where can I go that's not obvious?
Yeah,
but still kind of makes sense.
How much of yourself do you watch to get to that?
Me doing watch myself.
Like when you were when you were building your out, how much of yourself do you watch? You got a punchline every single time. I'm like, man, you must have had to cut out so much that didn't work.
I just throw it out there, trial and error, and a lot of times I lose it. I leave it on stage. So many jokes have been left on stage by me because I have bad habits now. And I don't write as much as I used to. When I first started, I used to, Deion Cole and Kenny Howell used to make fun of me. They come to my hotel room. I had cue cards all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, because I had all my jokes. He was like, "What?" He was like, "What the fuck is this, dude?"
You put together a murder case.
He was like, "Man, throw all these cue cards away." But now it's just like I just try to go a little bit of remembering stuff.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Because you got it.
Yeah.
I'm not as seasoned as y'all. I'm only 5 years in right now, and I definitely don't write as much as what the first 2-3 years when I started. But now I'm like, dang, I definitely got to get back over that with. You mentioned last night that you're working on a special that's coming out, man.
Yeah, we filmed it already.
All right, I'm right. Listen, I'm clapping up for you today. We here. We got it. I got you. Round of applause. Round of applause. All right, so
shout out to the special.
It's live on Shelf right now.
Shelf? What is that?
The Shelf.
Oh.
Yo.
I thought a new streaming platform.
What Shelf? What platform is that? It is a.
Where can I download it? Can I get that on Fire
You
Stick?
can go. You ain't got to download. You go back there and reach and grab it.
Oh my
God!
I thought a new app that came out that I ain't heard about.
Is that on Amazon?
That nigga special went on Shelf. No, we shopping it. We shot it independently, so that's why we're.
Salute to that.
Thank you.
I mean, I do this show independently. You see it you seen seen what this stuff was in the lobby before we brought it in here.
Right. That's good stuff.
Tell me,
Amazon was started in the garage, bro.
Hey, you know what? That's where it's at. Tell me about like how it is pretty much trying to build the vision for a special for Shaun Jones.
The crazy part about the whole special, I had a whole vision, like you said, of what I wanted my special to be.
Yeah.
When the cameras turned on, it was completely different.
Really?
It was almost 100%.
Tell me about it.
Well, basically, I had this whole vision of wanting it to look like a cigar lounge. I'm a cigar smoker. I wanted a cigar lounge with, this, just this. Well, the one thing I wanted I don't know if you know More Better Blues.
No, I haven't heard of it.
Surprise.
What?
What? So you know More Better Blues. It's a Denzel Washington, Spike Lee.
I know Denzel.
You familiar with Spike Lee?
Did you hear how he said that shit? I know Denzel.
Are you familiar with Spike Lee?
I know Spike Lee, the Knicks guy.
It was one of his early movies.
Yeah.
And it was about Bleak Gilliam, which was a jazz, and Wesley Snipes. Right.
I was born in 98, okay? I'm catching up.
Okay.
98. Never mind. But basically this movie, and this is where Robin Harris, which is another comedian that you're probably not familiar with, Robin Harris, this one scene, they did it at a jazz club.
Okay.
And, he was the house MC, Robin Harris, he was telling jokes, but the whole ambiance of the room, it was like that jazz club with the tablecloths and the candles and the well-dressed people. I envisioned my comedy special to be like that. At first I wanted to do a theater. Yeah, it was a really cool scene. And everybody at this time was doing theaters. Everybody's doing the big theaters, the little, and I just was like, I always want to do something different. Ty and I always talk about this. I want to do something different. I don't follow the same path that everyone takes. I try to set my own path to a certain degree. Of course, you'll take certain aspects that you'll follow. But overall, I just want to be able to, dictate, which direction I want to go, and that works well for me.
So where'd you end up getting it?
It was a jazz club. It was a very historical jazz club, which is called the Dakota in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which Prince was a regular there. He had his own table that he would sit at.
Okay.
So I was honored to be able to use this venue at a very high cost for my special. There's Ambur.
There she is.
Ambur.
Hello.
Ambur James in the house.
Round of applause. Hello, Ambur. Thanks for joining us. All right.
Look, that rain had me lazy, child.
Right. It wasn't even the rain. She just had the app on the phone.
Listen, Ambur is one of the most stylish comedians I've ever seen on stage. All right, I'm talking the first night, I'm looking like, wow, she came out blinging, swinging with the jokes. Very, very funny. Hello, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Right, that's the crew. But when we were talking about the special, we got them motherfuckers over there just talking about what they want to talk about.
Right. Being loud and shit.
Right, but no, we were talking about the special, and basically, like I said, I had this whole cigar, lounge type of backdrop. And everything fell apart like the day. And I almost canceled the whole. Yeah.
Fell apart how?
Because at the time, my assistant Holly, she was pulled so many directions, and we kept putting off having to go to the what's it called, the set house to look at fireplaces, and then we couldn't get one. Then we was going to have to order one, and it was going to not be there on time. It was just, and we didn't live in Minneapolis, so we all had to fly in, and it just was like, now it's like, and then Royale Watkins, I don't know if you're not familiar with Royale. Royale is he's a comedian, but he also worked on Mike Epps' special, the Plastic Cup Boys, and Royale was like, Shaun, that's not important, just not. And it basically was like, everybody was like, everything that I envisioned, it was like scrapping. I was like, fuck it, if I can't do what I want to do, I'm not doing it. But then he was like, dude, let me tell you what's important about a special. You, the microphone, and the audience, and the camera,
the material, what you're getting, like the message you're getting out.
All that shit in the background means nothing. So stop focusing so much on what the surroundings are going to be, and focus on what is important. So I put all the stuff behind me, which turned out to be perfect.
Yeah.
Because I said, well, just give me up lighting. The lighting from the floor. Let's give me up lighting, make sure my backdrop looks good. We left the logo for the Dakota there, and it worked out perfectly because the suit that I wore, everything seemed to blend in there.
Yeah.
And so it was just a lesson learned that sometimes we put so much emphasis and so much attention on the things that really aren't as important.
The background of it.
Right,
It's like,
right.
okay, what are we focusing on?
And you should have that same direction when you're doing your material.
Salute to you. Shout out to you. Is there a name that you can tell us? The name of
Now
the...
you know.
Now you know?
Now you know.
All right, now you know.
Yeah.
Shaun Jones, man.
Yes.
All right. So tell me about how y'all linked up. We got Tai
we
Griffin
met
and Ambur
Ambur at
here.
a swingers party. It was a regular party, but she was swinging. Niggas kept trying to talk to her. Well, Ty and I, we've known each other pretty much our entire career.
Yeah.
Okay.
We kind of came up in the game, and of course, he lived in Charlotte, and I lived in. I think I was living in Atlanta at the time.
And then Charleston.
And then Charleston. I don't tell nobody about that shit. So I'm originally from Jersey. Yeah.
That was the bad part?
The bad part, nah, I'm just joking. We on pause? Can they just like?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't hear them that bad in heaven. We can pause.
It's really
They-
disrespectful.
They
You know
really
what I'm
been
saying?
down.
Because obviously, even if you don't know what we're doing, you know we're
They
doing
really been
something.
down.
One
You
second.
know.
All right, ladies and
But
gentlemen, we
yeah.
are back. All right,
Back.
Shaun Jones,
Back in the
Tai
building.
Griffin, Ambur. What is your last name? Because I know you as Ambur Comedy Bay. That's what I heard.
It's James, like LeBron.
Okay. Okay. All right. You related to LeBron? Or you just?
No.
Oh. Okay.
We got LeBron, Gentleman daughter, and Bobby Brown's son.
Yeah.
I always say James like LeBron because no matter what, people always say Jones.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
Not like the Bible
Then that
kingdom.
mean they would
But
think-
yeah, I think I was asking y'all how
do
the
we
crew
meet?
came together, how y'all met. Now that we got the interruptions out the building.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like I said, me and Ty have known each other basically our whole career when he was in Charlotte, and we would come across each other every night,
Right.
but we always had this camaraderie. We just had this friendship, and and I finally moved to Charlotte, and Shula King, all three of us we were good friends, and Ty was doing some shows with Shula, and me and Shula talk. Shula used to open up for me as well.
Okay.
And I was just like, you always want somebody with you that you have a relationship with outside of outside of or somebody that you can be around during the off hours.
Really?
And nobody was
that's interesting.
And nobody was available, so I went ahead and let Ty come. Nah, but this is my boy. We grown as men. You know what I mean? And it's just cool to be around him. Now, Ambur and I met in Indianapolis when I did shows, and of course, Amber's beautiful. But it was just something about her. I need my money. I need my money for saying that.
I paid him to say that.
No, but she's beautiful. But then when she went on stage, I was like, "Yo, this chick is funny," and I like that because everybody
Funny.
just think that because
Funny,
you're
funny.
cute, that's all you bring into the stage, and it wasn't that same old bashing, male bashing and all that stuff. She writes, she does well, and I just was, once again, I'm on energy. Her energy was always cool. She's always treated me like family. Like we just talk to each other like family.
Yeah.
It's never been that googly eye shit. Well, maybe, she'd probably look at me like,
He got a
Oh my
nice
God, that's
ass.
Shaun.
but it's just been, and I just like the genuineness. And when I was on tour with Bill Bellamy, I told Bill, I said, yo, I want my homegirl to come out and do a guest spot. And she came out, she killed it at the Helium in Indianapolis.
Wow.
And I said, whenever I got a chance, I wanted
Thank
her to roll with me. And I just thought that this weekend, like a perfect weekend, I wanted, Valentine's weekend where you got couples, you got women. I want something for everybody.
Yeah.
We got
Switch it up.
the brothers. It's a lot of times it's always just all dudes on the show, all women. But I wanted a woman on the show that, once again, that was funny. That when I told Amber, she'll tell you when I called, I said, I want you. I said, because when you walk out, the first thing they're gonna say is, "God damn." That's part of her intro
She
too.
ugly in the mouth.
Yeah, he didn't finish the sentence.
Right.
He didn't finish it at all.
Insert your opinion here.
Yeah.
But I was just like, people gonna say, "God damn," but then they gonna think that's all she got. But then when she
Shit.
come out and she start telling jokes, it's like, yo, this motherfucker's funny.
That's
And then on
substance,
top
bro.
of it was like, yo, she's sharp. She got her own style. I'm big on clothes. So, but it's everything. It's just energy. I know it's people who are easy to get along with. Ty and
Those are
Ty and
best.
Amber had never met, but it's just instantly, we're family.
Facts.
So, you say how who put this together?
Yeah.
None of us. That man upstairs put this together.
Period.
Because he knew what I asked for at the beginning of the year, what I needed to be surrounded with. So he gave me the people that I felt comfortable and I needed surrounding me that I can grow off of. Was it was sword sharpen sword? Was it?
What?
Iron sharp iron. It's saying the same thing.
I knew what I was trying to say.
Iron sharp as iron.
It's Shaun the Shakespeare.
Iron's an iron.
Yeah.
But nah, it's just I'm just happy. You know what I mean? I'm just happy.
That's beautiful, man. Do you have a favorite part of all this, man? The life
Amber's
of
breast? Oh, what? I'm sorry. that's a favorite part. And I was
Y'all gonna get these titties. That's one thing you go.
Listen, salute. There's never a complaint, by the way. That's one thing I've learned in the comedy audience. There's never a complaint when they see something.
That's true.
Especially when they sitting right there.
Right.
Surprise, niggas.
Right. What were you going to ask?
I think that's a favorite part about like comedy life and doing you pretty much tour. You've been all over the world. My first time on a plane is this month. I'm going to do. I'm doing first impressions. I'm doing first impressions in LA.
That's Chocolate Sunday.
Yeah. I'm doing first impressions on the 26th.
Congratulations, bro.
Thank you very much. I got it. Yeah, and I've never been on a plane before until then, so I'm excited about that. But like y'all have been all over the world traveling. That's like my dream to leave this place and go do comedy and be in other comedy clubs and learn about experience and things like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do y'all enjoy about that? Is this? You've traveled before. You know what I mean? But like
I
here, that's
travel tour with Faison Love most of the time, but he always have breaks because he's a movie star.
Yeah.
So
I think he's asthmatic too, so maybe he'll endorse your inhaler. So these two niggas,
He gonna tell the whole world.
Here we go.
You got asthma. He said, how you know? Because I got that same inhaler. I said, y'all act like these are new Nikes. Like these are new Nikes. You got that new Nike inhaler?
they got a designer inhaler.
It made go swoosh.
That's fire.
They tried to do that with the masks. First it was them little hospital masks. Then they came out with Louis Vuitton.
Oh,
you don't just give me a mask. So they doing that with inhalers.
They got the fucking inhalers.
These save people lives, man.
Inhaler endorsement.
Right.
Real soon.
Yeah. So wait. Amber was talking. She traveled with Faison.
Oh, yeah. That's all. I usually travel
You
with
should call this
Faison.
shit ADD.
No.
That's the fucking
Because he asked, is this my first time
Yeah,
traveling?
it's like what's it like traveling around the world doing other comedy clubs and stuff. Like this is the first club that I've ever performed in until I've been in other ones, but like professional working ones and stuff.
Yeah, no.
But we seen what you do on stage. Don't use professional. I'm fucking with you. Nah.
No, it's great. I love traveling. I add a little bit of tourist in there too, especially if it's places that I haven't been before. So I try to actually get in there and see, get the culture and see the
Did you go
town.
see Jacksonville? Did y'all go see?
I went to the beach yesterday.
Oh, yeah, really?
I went to the beach.
She gonna live her life, bro. She gonna live her life.
She on the bikini bottom with a hoodie.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Salute.
Y'all have a beautiful beach here. Just ain't nobody on it.
Nah, it's a lot of homeless people be living out there, right? Yeah.
Well,
That's why you said
basically,
you went to the beach.
It was 2:00 in the afternoon. Amber like, ain't nobody here at this beach. I said, bitch, because people working. People don't have the hours you got. It's 2:00 in the fucking. Somebody is on their second 30-minute break.
Right, on a Friday.
They pick up their kids
my
from
comedy privilege was showing.
Right.
I was a comedy
Ain't
Karen.
nobody on the beach. I said, Amber, it's midday. There's a motherfucker right now trying to finish his last paperwork so he can leave out early Friday.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Definitely.
But you were asking one thing. What do we what we love the most?
Yeah.
I have to say, man, the travel is cool, the camaraderie is cool, the privileges that come with being an entertainer. But the thing that just empowers me so much is when you see people, like their faces light up.
Yeah.
Literally.
Just like like at the end of the night last night, I was just panning the audience and I was just looking at everybody. You had everybody's eyes on you, and they all were smiling at you.
Yeah.
And what you had said that last, what I had said that last hour. That, man, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. There's no feeling that just for that hour and a half, 2 hours, that nothing else mattered to them but being in this place, and you've given them something that they can hold on just for a little while.
Yeah.
You know
Listen, man, the Friday night show, this is coming out later, so I'm Friday night show, man, Glenn and his peoples, man, they going to be talking about that forever.
Man,
you gave them a show Glenn. That they literally go into the office, wherever they at.
They think differently about black people after that show. God damn it, all of them are like that.
We went to go see that man in February, and he was all right.
What's his name? Shaun Jones? Some bitch, let me tell you something. All of them Negroes ain't like that now.
He was trying to be the show. He wanted to be the show.
He was on one.
Yeah, no, it was fun though.
But it was fun.
Ty, Amber, do y'all have a favorite part about like comedy and like the life, your careers that you've had going on?
Well, to piggyback on what Shaun said, like we discussed on Thursday, just when you realize what it is that we do, our job is to make strangers, because most of the people I've never we never met.
Yeah.
From all different races, background, walks of life, make them all laugh at the same time at something you thought about.
Yeah, so I think that's cool. You really put that in perspective early. Like, I don't know, like when you hear people say it, you're just like, damn, that really is kind of what's going on here. It's like a different type of art form, and
so it's like you're getting 3 different styles, and each style is funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when somebody is talking about one thing from their experiences, somebody's talking about another thing from their experiences, and then you got this guy right here that just come and just obliterates.
Have you roll them the whole damn show?
Fit just obliterates everything.
People in here crying, you know what I mean? with like wheezing, like the whole show, man.
Listen,
everybody pulling out their inhalers.
Right. I forget, Amber's so different. Like, she does her set, then she goes out there because I was like, who the fuck is that laughing? I was like, somebody got to be put out of here. I'm like, I can't put out. She got to close out the show.
Right.
Amber be enjoying it, but that's cool. But that's the way you're supposed to be.
I'm an introvert, so I don't get out of comedy what they get out of comedy, making strangers laugh. Really? I'm like, okay,
you're an introvert?
I'm an introvert.
Her nipples are inverted.
Are inverted. No, that's inverted.
But her nipples like to be apart. So the introverted, inverted nipples.
No, so my favorite part is working with the people. Yeah. I love meeting people and building.
That sounds like an extrovert.
No, not these people.
The
comedians.
Yeah.
I love meeting the people and learning. I grew up a fan of comedy, and people ask me like, "You're natural on stage." I feel like because I got educated early on, you know what I'm saying, just by being a fan. Watching, like I was on it, Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what was the first like shows that you watched? Like
Eddie
comedy?
Murphy, Raw, Delirious, all that.
Yeah.
So ever since then, I've been a fan, and so just being able to come up with funny, like-minded people. Comedians are twisted.
Yeah.
Our minds don't think like everybody else. So then when I get to hobnob with people that's just as ignorant as me, that is everything.
Yeah.
Like, we laugh at stuff you're not supposed to laugh at. You know what I'm saying? It's just a different mindset. So that's me. It's like I'm finding my tribe.
Right.
The people laughing and stuff, that's cool. I'd rather make my friends and family laugh. This is kind of work to me.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That's what I was telling Ty earlier. Like when there's strangers here, I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm gonna go. We're gonna have a good show. But if I know people in the crowd, then I'm always feeling a little different than how. Yeah.
You want to show your black ass then? Yeah. It's like talking to your people. Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
But for the most part, that's cool. But I enjoy hobnobbing with people, like-minded people.
No. Wow.
Rubbing
That's
elbows.
dope.
Like she said, like finding your tribe.
Yeah.
That's hard to find too.
Yeah, like the people that you rock with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And people don't understand it, and I didn't understand it early on when I didn't have the opportunity to do that. You don't understand why they got to bring their own feature, their own MC and all this stuff. It's once again, it's like off stage as well as on stage, and you want to be surrounded by people who empowers you, or who just you get something out of.
Because I will say, like, I did recognize like how much y'all, Amber and Ty, y'all were like, getting the angles right, getting the pictures right during the show, helping out. But there's like someone, like, from my perspective, being a local comic, I love when people don't bring some people because they're like, oh, you local, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting to have this conversation because on y'all's perspective, you're saying like it's just you want to feel comfortable, man. You need people to help you build it up, and you don't always meet somebody in a different city that's going.
Yeah, sometimes you meet some assholes, you meet some strange ass people.
Oh my god,
you know what I mean? Like some clubs, you got to stay in the goddamn condo, and you like, I'm gonna have to sleep my eyes open. Or they just want to talk about shit that you're not interested in. Yeah. They might be, they might use drugs or drink, just the different things.
I would say that's the best part of my skill set. Like I don't if I'm in a room, I really just I'd be chilling until somebody say something.
Yeah,
to
but
me.
sometimes you want to go out and you want to eat.
Yeah,
like me and Todd went out to eat. I know. Come on, dude, let's go. And I know we're gonna have something. We're gonna talk about shit. Yeah, it's not gonna be awkward.
Right, exactly.
So it's benefits to it. But I understand it now, being at this point, and I'm grateful that I can say now. Yeah, yo, let's roll.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You were talking about Def Comedy Jam. I know you doing BET Comic View. You want to talk about that? I watch those on YouTube because it wasn't. Listen, I grew up.
We know you grew up in 98.
I gotta go.
In the late 1900s.
I gotta go.
We gotta go to the archives to watch.
We didn't have. So I be catching here and there the clips that make it out the internet. What was the experience like? And I know today there's nothing I can go chase like that.
When I was on TV, everything was in black and white. If that's what you want to do. No, not people. Everything, nigga. Wasn't no color. Okay. People slept in twin beds. The woman over here, the man over here. It was, man, Comic View was like, that was, I think my first year at Comic View was, 94, 95?
Wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful, man, because that's when, some comics that you had seen on TV before, along with the new comics and, people, we all were together. We were all the same that day. We all had to go there, film and do our 10, 15 minutes or whatever. We had to sit in the room like this all day waiting to film. We would get there at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and sometimes you wouldn't film until 6, 7 o'clock at night. They wanted everybody on the set because you couldn't wait. When you got to film the next show, you can't wait for this comic to get there. So you had to come, you had to bring your clothes, you had to bring 3 change outfits to make sure that the colors showed up well on camera. But we have, it was cool. It was a whole set. We had craft services. It was just fun, man. It was just fun. And then when you go out there and you kill it,
when you
that's
do
icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's lit. It's over.
Earn your stripes.
Yeah, and I basically did mine for niggas that was gonna be born in '98.
Right. That's gonna be watching it on YouTube.
Salute. Thanks for the path that y'all made.
Right. To piggyback on what you said about us supporting each other, like that's one thing that I've noticed this whole weekend that we've all did. Like when I would go up, Amber's out there taking pictures of me. When she's up, I'm going around taking pictures, video of her, because it's all about helping each other elevate themselves. You know what I mean? Push me so I can pull you. When Shaun's up here, we're taking pictures, video of him, sending it to him, because we can all use that, for our brand. We could use it for our social media. We could use it for headshots. We could use it, we could use it for whatever.
Promo,
I'm super grateful for that part today, because like when you were just talking about y'all having to sit there all day, you had to wait for the tapes and the people to get everything back to you.
I put my
Get your belt.
I bring my camera.
Goddamn, I gotta be an old nigga to pull out a belt on a jogging suit.
Y'all had to put it on
Why does this nigga have a belt on with a jogging suit?
I'm grateful. I heard the stories about it. I'm like, that's crazy. I just set my camera up and I got it after the show over.
Y'all got it made in the shade. To me, like the new comics coming up because of social media and stuff like that. I know, like back in the day, people had to do the walk. Had to do the take the necessary steps. Right. But I know now it's kind of almost instant.
You think so? What do you mean instant? Like in terms of like?
I mean, not to disrespect the process of building it, but
how it's widespread. Like y'all can reach a broader audience with
like faster, earlier.
Yeah,
I'll say
exactly. Where usually be like your followers were organic. They had to follow your career
Like
and this and this and that. Yeah, exactly.
Not to be accorded. When did you start, Ambur? Like, when did you start?
I say maybe 2010.
Wow.
I know that's the first time I hit the stage.
Okay,
I really
nice.
wasn't invested in it like that at first, so I don't know if that's my start, but that's the first time I hit the stage. So
I would count it. I feel like that's the day that you like. I don't know. When you start, like, even if you know, it depends.
Yeah.
If you fell off for like a year or so, then it might be weird. But.
Yeah, everybody has like the comedy anniversary. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. That wasn't the path. Like, I resisted the path, you know. So
You were fighting against it?
I was fighting against it.
So something
yeah.
was telling you that, I need to be on stage, I need to be doing this comedy thing. And what were you trying to do instead?
Well, I'm a hairstylist by trade. I've been doing hair for 30 years. So I just always was naturally funny. And so I kind of disrespected comedy. I'm not going to cap to you.
Well,
I treated it like a side chick, you know, because I didn't see nobody. I didn't know anybody who like made it or saw a path. I didn't think nothing was gonna come of it. Like, to me, it was a waste of time.
Because you weren't like super connected to it early on. Like, you mean like watching people next to you, or like somebody you knew was a comedian going and do it?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay.
I'm from Indianapolis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we do have Mike Epps, but I never saw his journey. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was maybe just like a waste of time or just something to do, a side gig.
That makes sense. I see what you're
Yeah, so I didn't think nothing would come from this, but I had to start paying attention to it because I was getting these amazing opportunities. And so I saw somewhere where it said, somebody was like, you know, why not me? You know? And I was like, yeah, like, why not me? Maybe I could be the person who people see that the steps that it take and, you know, could make something
Never know
of
who you
it.
can inspire.
Yeah, so I didn't think that I was Jet Li the
Salute. Shout out.
So yeah, but it became plain, you know, it was like all the opportunities I was getting, it just became a plain path. Like, I could not ignore it, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I fought against it, because people like, can you come and do this show? And I'm like, how much you got? You know what I'm saying? I'm just treating it like, you know, a hustle or whatever, but
comedy to Ambur is that nigga in the club that's persistent.
and he
You know, think about it. Like,
He's sitting over drinks.
I ain't feeling him. Like, he ugly. The next, you know, like, y'all got married. Well, he grew on me. Comedy grew on her. That's what it was.
A twinkle in his eye.
Right. You waited that long enough.
Yeah, so was plain, didn't have to be explained after a while.
Yeah. You can't run from your destiny.
That's facts.
What about you, Shaun? When did you like realize, oh damn, this is my destiny? This is like what? Man,
Let me tell you, it's just weird. Like, once again, you can not pay attention to it, but if it's your destiny, if God has that for you, He gonna give it to you. He gonna, you know, He just gonna say, I'm gonna put it right here. Whenever you turn that way, it's gonna be there.
It's gonna be
It
right
ain't
there.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
And that's just
Gonna be
basically
right
what
there.
it was. I thought I was gonna climb the corporate ladder. You know, it was a step ladder, but nevertheless, I was gonna climb that motherfucking ladder. You know, it was like 2 steps. I'm at the top of this motherfucker. I run this goddamn mail room. I run this mail room. Yeah. All y'all motherfuckers on lick duty.
King Kong.
Putting them stamps.
Stop, use your hand, use your spit. But I was like, and the first time I went on stage was the last time I worked a regular job. That was
Really?
so. And because I, you know,
Wow.
I just have friends. I left Jersey. I went to South Carolina, and they had the creative tour, which was a 2-week tour. Everybody from Mike Epps to everybody was on this tour. It was like you start off in Virginia, you travel all the way through Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and you would have a feature in the headliner. They would pretty much drive together to each city, and it was like great clubs and everything. But basically, it came through, when I left Jersey, it came through Charleston, South Carolina. And a good friend of mine, Terry Hodges, who I knew before I did comedy, he was on the tour. And he was like, first of all, what are you doing here? I said, I'm in a witness protection program. But you ain't supposed to know that.
I know.
Right? But you know, we talked, you know, he was like, man, you should try comedy. I was like, come on, bro. You know, because at that time it was like, man, you dress. That's when
you were a fly dude.
I went to Catholic school, so I always wore a tie, and I always wore clothes. So that was my thing. But he was, and at that time it was like all about presentation. When people went on stage, he hosted Showtime at the Apollo, so he always was well dressed. So his thing, and he traveled with Patti LaBelle and Luther Vandross, and all those are singers. You can look them up later. All right, I got you. So, but he was like, "Yo, you should try comedy. You sharp and you witty. You funny." And I was like, man, I ain't doing that shit. So they had a comedy workshop, and I took the comedy workshop, learned the techniques of comedy. And, we had a graduation show or whatever. And when I did my show, the feeling from that was just so overwhelming. I was like,
it was a wrap.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. And it's been 28 years, man.
Yeah.
Did you have an inspiration?
I never had that one comic. Whenever I'm asked, it's like different parts of comics that I take to make that one complete image of inspiration. And I would say, of course, you got Eddie Murphy for just the way that he did it. You got Richard Pryor for his, opening up everything, to just expose himself, to make himself vulnerable to the world. Jerry Lewis is he's also a comedian and actor. You can look it up. You might have to go further back.
Listen,
you might have to call Siri's great grandmother to find out who Jerry Lewis is.
Newspaper clippers.
But newspapers were actually you had to open up shit.
He's like, no, I got something for y'all. Keep going.
But it was just basically what the fuck is that? Oh, Jerry Lewis, because he was very physical at that time. That was way before Jim Curry, which probably you still don't know either, because I think he was around the 90s as well. Mm-hmm. But, so Jerry Lewis was very physical, and, of course, Bill Cosby for his storytelling. But if you take all those different aspects, you got a great comic.
Right.
Yeah.
Together,
So that's what inspired me. So I don't really have like one person I said, man, I want to do this. Mm-hmm. But one thing I did do when I was real young, when I was a kid, and I don't know, and I guess this is when you speak things into existence. I'm a house head. I listen to house music. I'm Jersey all day. Yeah, house music. See, music is this thing that's very tantalizing and soothes your soul.
I know Drake just put out like a house dance album. That would be what I would listen.
Not the same thing.
All right. What about the Beyonce? Never mind.
Right. Anyway, but I used to.
Wow.
They do use some of the artists today do use some of the old school beats from sample.
Yeah.
So I used to have albums. I'm not going to explain this whole goddamn podcast.
I bought albums, all right? I bought CDs.
I bought some last week.
No, the vinyl. Not the CDs, not the CDs.
You know what's crazy? I got a vinyl, right? I got actually Eddie Murphy comedian vinyl. It's usually I use it.
I just bought, my wife just bought me a old-fashioned record player, and I just bought vinyl. I bought jazz.
Arm.
Yeah, with the arm. You got to put a penny on that bitch.
That. I got Red Fox, got a Wash Show. I got, if I see them when I'm in the stores, I'll buy them. I'll listen to them. I'll play it.
That's good.
I literally got it backstage. I have it as decoration, but I ain't set the whole thing up.
Give me that decoration, motherfucker.
I ain't set the whole thing up because we had, time crunch and stuff. But I be trying to say, like, I recently got this in the mail, and I be trying to read this.
I got that book.
I just started.
That's what you call him. That's my man. That's D. Militant.
Yeah.
That's D. Militant's book. Yeah.
Shout out.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Well, I just started reading this probably like a week or two ago.
was a comedian that was with us on Comic View. Darryl, this is Darryl Littleton. But yeah, he was D. Militant on Comic View with us.
When I get to the pages,
right.
Tilted to the side.
Right. Oh, but so basically, I would take my album covers and I would sign my autograph. Late at night, I would sit up, listen to music, and I would sign my autograph. I would all my album covers. I really wish I would have had them.
Yeah.
Because this was like I was in my teens, maybe. Then I did into my.
You was manifesting before.
I was
manifesting. Was
I don't
know
what it was, but it's something that with entertainment where I had to either that or I would have to sign my name to get out of prison. One of them.
Yeah.
When you leave your own.
Practicing being early.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just, and I look back, it's like, it's amazing. If you go back, you look and you say, how God carved this path.
Yes.
For you.
Yeah.
And you don't even know. You think you really, and this is why people, they think they're doing it themselves, but it's like, dude, you have no idea.
So
this is carved.
when you were pretty much me looking forward, did you think that you would?
I was never you. So.
Hey, man.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
When you were a young comic,
When I was
You put the stamp on never. I was never you.
he was quick.
It's funny. But you knew you wasn't regular.
right. Well,
No, you, Shaun.
Yeah. Looking forward, did you expect like pretty much everything that you looking back on now? And were you like, oh no, I see it coming? Like, were you like ready? Were you expecting?
never was. I'm still not ready.
No, you're not.
These motherfuckers get on me.
Yeah,
I'm still not
he
ready.
need to get ready.
Oh,
It's about to
Yeah.
go down. No,
Yeah.
We chopped it up about him being ready Thursday,
yeah,
Friday. We're gonna do it some more today.
yeah,
Yeah.
Being ready for it. Do you have like something that you are most proud of that you've done, and then we can close it?
My kid.
Yeah.
I got 3 of my said kids.
Salute. Oh, wait, so which one are you proud of the most? Which one are you proud of the most?
No, I'm just man. It's just it's too many things to say. What are you proud of? But I don't say that I'm proud because I don't take credit for anything that I do. No performances, no longevity in my career. It's not me. It's
Yeah.
not me.
tripping.
But it's not me. It's just I give it all to my, I give it to God. I give it to my maker. And it sounds corny. I say that, people, yo, this some corny.
You don't feel like
shit.
y'all meet halfway?
Maybe, I don't know.
No,
Do I
not
meet?
me. I
No, I'm
told
saying, do I?
I'm saying like as long as you show up, like you got to show up, and then
Right, I gotta show. Right,
that's what I'm saying, like,
I
y'all-
don't put it all in his hand. I ain't black people. Black people put so much shit in God's hand. They're like, nigga, I got other shit to do.
Yeah, you still put in the work.
God's hands. Put it in God's hands.
You still have to be you. Put in the work and be yourself in these
Yeah.
places.
But it's on another level.
Yeah.
They say put in God's hands. But you ever notice that every picture of God, he got his hands in his cloak?
Yo.
Hide from these mother. Then some niggas. They put my hand. These niggas gonna put it in my hands.
I got time.
I'm sorry, but
That's funny.
My hands is
Write that down.
full.
Oh, it's already written. It's already written.
yeah, y'all meet halfway.
Do
man,
that tonight.
Right. That's funny, right?
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
'Cause I can be
Shaun
doing.
got it. Like we discussed this. Shaun has it. Some people that has it, and there's some people that don't. And like I was telling him, I could see, like, you know how people, I forgot what it was, but when they came out, they had the glow around them. Somebody had a special.
Like the Last Dragon.
Yeah, like the last
The Last Dragon.
glow.
See,
Yeah.
Last Dragon.
I know that movie. All right, Bruce
No,
Leroy.
everybody-
I know that one.
everybody
Come
know,
on
yeah.
now.
Wait a minute,
Show enough.
but he don't know Robin Harris.
Everybody knows the Last Dragon, though.
I just watched it like literally
That's
2 months
the right
ago.
way.
I went to go look it up. And,
Yeah, you can just kind of tell.
You went to go look up
people
The
who
Last
not
Dragon?
Regular, you know.
yeah,
Right.
I'm actually in a phase right now where I be watching like old movies and stuff from back in the day.
Everybody,
just for no
I've
reason.
never ran across a person who did not know Last Dragon.
Yeah,
I think
Just
that's
because
like
of it.
our Bruce Lee, like that's
Right.
their
Yeah.
karate flick. And plus Vanity's in it.
I forgot Randy was
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
But you were saying, we got ADD in this morning.
Yeah, I know.
It's fine.
Oh no, that's what I was saying. Some people got the glow. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Shaun has the glow. Like he said, he was writing his autograph. Like you have a feeling that you might not foresee it, but you just know you're not regular. It's something about you that you just don't fit in with. Everybody
fit in
else,
with you
know?
niggas.
Exactly.
That's
And
right.
Shaun has that, but he's too humble.
Yeah.
It's a such thing as being. I don't even like the word humble, but definitely too humble. And sometimes you gotta just receive it. It's like you gotta know that you're deserving of it first. And sometimes people are slow to recognize that because
She called me slow.
Yeah.
She really did.
to
She really
receive
did.
Stick that in there with a compliment.
Yeah, but you
She
gotta
really did
have
on the
that
low.
mindset. Why not me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Why not
I knew
me?
I wasn't for my own. I spend money too much. I'm like, I spend money like a rich person.
we
I'm
in the
rich.
same
I
book.
just don't got the money yet.
Yeah. Right.
So Shaun is like that. He just has to receive it and know that what's for him is for him.
Yeah.
And sometimes people not. You have to have that mindset because heavy is the head to wear the crown. Some people be scared of their own success because they know the responsibilities that come with that. You're thrust into the spotlight. I see it all the
Preaching
time.
now, boy. Yes, Lord.
People have to, there is a responsibility. That's why I'm so hard on celebrities because you have this, you are favored. So you have to carry yourself as such. You cannot do what regular people do anymore, and that's the disconnect between people who have survivor's remorse. They think they can still hang with the people that they used to, but everybody can't go. So they always have this survivor's remorse where they got to come back to the hood and get back with their people. Those are not your people no more. Now you're a part of a different group, you know, and you have to ascend with your people. So
see, that's why you have people
I'm
like that
deep.
around.
I'm deep.
That's why you have people around you.
Need the applause on that
I got you.
But that's why you have
one. Need
this.
to drop one of Clue's bombs on that one.
This is why you
I
need
got the
people
Sims
like
for
that
that.
around.
Copyright. That flip.
You need that around you. Man.
Yeah.
Because that's, you know, it
Motivating.
kind of talks. Yeah, because it motivates you, and then when you go back in your room and you masturbate for the 4th time, you say, "Now
I need a
after
reason to
wash
come
my
back out
hands,
and do
I received what she said."
Oh
Be
my
around
gosh.
people that speaks life into
Yes,
you.
man.
Life into you
Energy.
and into your career, man. It's all about energy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shaun Jones, Tai Griffin, and Ambur James here at the Comedy Zone. All right. Thank y'all for doing the Right Apply podcast. Is there anything else y'all want to say before we peace out of here?
Amber,
I don't have anything to say. Just thanks for having us.
and I guess your
Yeah, where can they find you?
Oh yeah. You can follow me and everybody seen here. I'm Ambur James, Comedy Bay, Tai Griffin, Shaun Jones, and we are at the Writer's Block Podcast.
Hey,
Bobby Brown Jr.
Bobby Brown Jr. Yeah.
Bobby Brown Jr.
Skater Brown. That's your new name, bro.
Yeah, Skater Brown.
I'm blogging. Forgive me.
Trust me, I get it. I get it. We're here doing the content.
We the
It's,
comedy underdogs.
yeah.
That's what I call it.
Yes.
The underdogs of comedy. That's how
The best
it
kept
is.
secret. I ain't no
Yeah.
damn dog.
I appreciate y'all giving me your time.
Well, Ty ain't give his-
yeah,
Oh,
Ty-
shit, my bad, my bad.
I thought y'all was gonna let him do it for all y'all. Ain't nobody say nothing.
I just be vibing with my people, bro. Comedian Tai Griffin, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, TAIGRIFFIN. Comedian Tai Griffin.
And comic Shaun Jones, SHAU. Don't put no W. Don't come with no SEAN. SHAUN. The one, my name is the one that when you go to the gift shop and say, "Hey, do y'all have Shaun spelled with the U?" They say, "No, you
No.
have to go to Amazon." It takes 46 weeks to get that.
That's why I'm the same way. I'm Amber
Specially
with a
made.
U.
Right, she's Amber with a U.
Wait,
Not with an E.
really?
AMBUR.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Not with an E.
And I'm with Shaun with a U. So we connected. You see
Yeah, I
that?
see- I see what's going on
But
here.
together we make a double U.
But-
See that?
A win.
Booyah! Beep, 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 beep.
Period.
Right. But,
I'm
it's comic Shaun Jones.
T-A-I, not T-Y.
Because he's Asian.
Black and Asian, bro.
He never wins at Scrabble. That's the way he spelled. But I'm comic Shaun Jones. SHAUN on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. On OnlyFans, I am dick to the floor if I lay. If I lay on the floor, I'm dick to the floor if I lay on the floor. Yeah, man. But that's us, man.
All right, man. Listen, this has been the Writer's Block podcast.
Thank you for having us, man. It's been
Thank
cool.
y'all. We love y'all, man. Peace out.
Right.
Yo.